Hello, everyone. You are looking live at 5 people in the basement of their house for now a year. No, I don't know what I'm saying. But welcome to Big Canvas and our featured show, Play It By Ear. Let me introduce some of our lovely, lovely people. Mr. Eric Green, Tracie Mauk, Joe Klaus, and Dwayne Brown. Here they all come into the Zoom world that is YouTube and Facebook.
Woohoo! You're looking festive, Doug.
I am. I felt like I was going to be festive tonight. So I got my Christmas stuff on and I'm ready to go. How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing good.
I'm asking you guys here that I can see and talk to.
It's another Blur's Day. It's perfect. So
excellent. Happy Blur's Day.
Yep. Happy Blur's Day to all of you as well.
A very merry and Blur's Day to you.
We are back live on a Friday night, live here from the current Big Canvas Studios. I think that's what we'll call it, or as we like to call it, Eric Green's house. Okay. And we're living life and loving life. So hopefully you're checking the chat and logging on to YouTube and you can see us, or you're watching us at home on your TV with YouTube, however you're doing it. We're going to start with a game called Greatest Story Ever Told, but we need some suggestions. The suggestions that we're looking for are types of magazines, websites that you enjoy that are clean and family friendly, genres like movie genres or TV genres that you enjoy watching. Or ages. If you've got an age that you just a number that you want to throw out, we'll even do that.
And I will say this as well. I know we kind of started really hot, a lot with a lot of things that we're asking you for up at the top. The way that this night is going to work, without you guys, this absolutely does not happen.
That's true.
We're basing it off of your guys' suggestions. So we're going to be asking a lot at the start of the games that we get, and pretty much that's going to be the suggestions for the entirety of the game. That does not mean we need you to answer every single thing. So if you've got one or the other, go ahead and throw it in. If you just have a magazine, if you just have a movie genre, if you just have an age, I know I've got an age, I hope you have an age as well, and you're able to throw that in, you can, absolutely. And the other thing we'll be asking for is the title of a story that has not been written, but we need to make sure that you guys are definitely active in the chat. We do understand there's also a bit of a delay from when we're talking to when you guys hear it. So the quicker you can throw that in, the better it will be for you guys. And do not be shy and throw whatever you would like into that.
And don't be sad if we don't pick your suggestion. There's plenty of time that we will go to your suggestion or use your suggestion. And if we just so happen not to use your suggestion, we apologize.
Yeah.
If
you're sad about it, we understand because it's COVID, but you should just kind of get over it probably. Right?
Wow,
right.
That was harsh.
I know. I don't want to get people upset.
Tough love right there from Joe.
Well,
we're setting the mood proper, I guess, in the first.
Exactly.
And as Eric also said, yes, we're getting suggestions that are popping up of genres and different things, but we also need a title of a story that has never, ever been written. So that means you can just make this stuff up. You can just type a whole bunch of words together and see what happens. Throw a color and a name and a noun and a verb and see what happens.
And not only stuff rolling in.
Yeah, if you're enjoying yourself right now and you want other people to join in with the fun, boy, howdy, let them know. Let them know what's going on. We have a Facebook event that has the link to the video you're watching. Like I said, as always, our YouTube page is bit.ly/y big canvas YT. I only type it, guys.
Easy to get to. Sounds perfect. That's great.
Yeah,
I think the other address, absolutely, it's easier to get to.
Man, I wish I was a Luddite to understand this.
Go to YouTube, search Big Canvas. Go to Google, search Big Canvas Improv. You'll find us somewhere.
I just liked hearing Eric say, boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy.
That's
Boy,
the
howdy.
highlight of my week right there.
I'm a 36-year-old man, but I grew up on Red Skelton.
Hey,
Nice.
man, boy, howdy. Sounds good to me. I like it.
No,
Boy,
I
howdy.
believe I see. Oh, look
Oh,
at that.
nice, Tracie. Good
Oh,
visuals.
nice.
Good visuals.
Tracie coming through.
Visuals. Yes.
That's why she's the smart one of the group.
And you know, she wrote that
Oh.
backwards so that when it showed up, we could see it that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She wrote that. Yeah. Upside down with a mirror.
Right.
Did it show up backwards when I put it in front of the
No,
camera?
it didn't.
Oh, good.
No, we just like making you paranoid.
It looked backwards to me, but I just.
We all have to go to
camera.
Sekvan Vitalib.
I just assume everyone watches their YouTube bounced off of their bathroom mirror.
You're right.
Yes.
Who doesn't?
Yes, they do. And
It's the
so,
best
like
way to
Eric
enjoy
said,
YouTube.
I think
text
so.
your friends, text your families, text somebody that you really hate and make them watch this. Tell them to go to YouTube and make them watch it. I have seen a suggestion for a title of a story that's never been written that I absolutely love. And I
Nice.
think we will do a fantastic job with it.
We should
So-
add our genres.
I'm going to lay out some stuff here. Film noir. I'm going to give that to Eric. Eric
Cool.
Green, film noir.
Cool.
And then let's see what else we've got. How about a young adult genre for Tracie? Tracie, young adult genre.
Oh, I am a young adult.
I know you are. That's why I figured you'd be perfect for it. Let's see. How about for Joe? This is where it gets tougher.
Great.
How about Nicolas Cage movies? Do you know Nicolas Cage?
I know who Nicolas Cage is.
Excellent.
That's
Just
all you
Nicolas-
need.
I'm not sure
Random-
I've seen many of his movies, but
You
that's
don't have
good
to
enough.
do him, but you just have to do his movies or even his TV shows.
I think
or-
I can do him. I think him is. I'll do Nicolas Cage. I'll just
All
throw
right,
that one.
all right.
Let's see
That
it.
sounds exciting. And now for let's see, for Dwayne. Dwayne, let's give you. There is such randomness tonight with this. I love it. These are great
These are
suggestions.
great
This
suggestions.
bodes well for us.
Yes, it does. How about trying to think of Dwayne. How about romantic comedy, Dwayne?
Yes.
I think that'll fit you perfectly. Romantic comedy. So this is the greatest story ever written or ever told. And these lovely folks will be, Eric, what will you be portraying again?
Film noir.
And Tracie?
Young adult.
And Joe?
I will be Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And how about you, Dwayne?
Romantic comedy.
Oh, I could look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. Oh, this is going to be great. And the story that you all will be telling, and I'm excited to see it. And it's going to be Mr. Green Jeans, The Untold Story. Mr. Green Jeans, The Untold Story. And we begin with the greatest story ever told.
Once upon a time, there was a young man. His name was Holden, and he dreamed so desperately to one day become as great a gardener as his father was, who the neighborhood knew as Mr. Green Jeans. He thought this was the way that he could definitely impress his lifelong unrequited love, that girl next door, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth stood there looking at Holden. You could see the look in her face that just held you for days, wanting to be closer, but then pushed you at the end of the rope. And you knew that you might have to hang yourself with it. You were there, looking at the kid. And all of a sudden you knew that you might have to do the worst thing you've ever thought you've had to do in your life, which is tell a pretty girl no.
But telling a girl no is not. You can't do it, Loretta. You're a wolf. You run to the wolf. he said to her. She looked back and said, I love you. It's the fabric you wear. He said, you don't know the fabric I wear. She said, I see it on your body. And he said,
I think it's time that we start planning a wedding. I think we invite all of our favorite friends and relatives, and we plan this thing so that everybody can come and everybody can have a good time. And we hope your ex-boyfriend doesn't ruin it for everybody, but I'm confident that we're going to have a really good time. But what do you think if we invited...
And that's when he walked into my life. He knew he was someone who couldn't be trusted. He knew he was someone who had a hot temper and a hot gun to match. I knew that it was going to be something between me and them. Yeah, there he was. Old Mr. Emerald Shorts. Oh, chartreuse Snickers. That's when I knew it was going to be a horrible day. And I just woke up.
I can't believe this is happening, said Holden. My dad and his arch enemy are here facing off at my wedding, of all things. There's no way this is gonna go well for me, he said. And here on the day that I've decided to finally get married, even though I am still but a young boy, on this day, upon my wedding, I shall become a man. I shall become the new Mr. Green Jeans.
And then everybody said, hey, everybody should wear green jeans during the ceremony. That way we all can have a party. And then it was time for me and all the green jeans wearing people to leave the building. Viva!
Shot rang out in the night. That's when I knew that impersonator had sung its last tune. I don't know if that was more of a punishment for him or a mercy for us, but we always knew we'd always remember Vegas. And for the good and the bad, that's what we do. When you're a man on the run, you find the small places to go to. And there was a kid and a woman and an angry man and a nagging sense in the back of my head that just something wasn't right. And that's when I knew I had to, well, frankly, stop all the thinking and just let the one thing truly ring out in the middle of my soul.
Love, true love. And Mr. Emerald Shorts left the building in all desperation, looking for that next wedding to crash.
And the moral of this story, Holden thought to himself, was never try to be like your father or anyone else. Just be who you are on the inside and make really eclectic mixed CDs. The end.
And there we go. Wow, that was a wonderful story. That was probably the greatest story ever told.
Probably ever.
Probably ever.
I don't think we oversold it. No.
No, not at all.
You know, you can't get any better than Nicolas Cage. You know, you just.
Well, I figure since I can't do Nicolas Cage completely, I might as well do him doing Elvis, right?
That was Nick. Somebody said Nick Cage-Elvis. I think that's the word they're using.
Cage-Elvis.
Is that how you think we should say it?
Right.
So we are now going to move on to our next game. Our next game is a game called Foreign Expert. I'm going to be hosting this one. So what I need from everybody is basically a suggestion on like a field that someone might be an expert in that you may have some questions about. And what we're going to do is we are going to have our expert who for this game will be Joe. So our expert, while wise, unfortunately has a hard time speaking the English language. He or she can understand the language as we speak it to them, but unfortunately they can only speak in their native language. Luckily, we do absolutely have a translator with us today, which is Dwayne. So we are looking at some of these. I'm letting some fields come in. And like I said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick the field, and then we're going to have some questions go back out. I actually don't mind this suggestion. So we're going to go ahead and say that I know I damn with faint praise every single time. So you are going to be, Joe, you are going to be an expert in topiaries. So for those of you that don't know what a topiary is, because we are not only here to entertain, we are also here to educate. Topiaries, for lack of a better word, are basically sculptures made out of bushes and shrubs. And so that is a thing that we're going to do. So now what I'm going to do is have our expert, I will basically host, we'll ask some questions. So now that we know that our expert is an expert in the field of topiaries, or like I said again, those sculptures of bushes, we will get those questions and I will ask. So thank you so much for being here. If you would please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo te me catará mismo que le dice Juan, because yo te me lavato from Gikuchutoni.
Yes, our expert says his name is Master Trimmer John, and he is from South Ecuador.
Fascinating. Thank you so much for being here, Master Trimmer John. I guess the first question that I want to ask, because again, our audience is very interested in hearing questions from you. Where did you learn topiary? Where did you suddenly develop a want for that?
O se fece roccola. Continuamente no bebe terogeta. In juro la cata, borate. Mio jo makata, ti me otto duro jutu. Je la bata bati, baracha, and then to ukete. Oh, lobo jota, o tu kele boto. Papadara, popachita, tu. O gosh, oh, vale mojo.
Well, at a very young age, I went out and explored the backyard at our South Ecuadorian property, and I learned that if you plant things, they grow. And then once they grow, you can manipulate them and you can mold them and you can craft them and you can shape them. And then I went on to the Master Topiary School in South Bronx. And there we learned to do master topiarying. And since then, I've hung out my own shingle, and that's where I learned how to do master topiary work.
Fascinating. So of course, the first question that was on our audience's mind is what's important when designing a maze?
Oh, j'ai de mal à goulameda. Je mets chabada. Oh, bebache, bon machin. Oh, ebije, abajo. Cabajade, bon con. Balata, bara, bon chon. Ben ça, bien comme je vais, pour te fier.
The most important thing in designing for a maze is that of the height of the maze. Because if you don't make it high enough, you could just simply pop your head up and look around and find your way around. Not effective. So, and then the second most important thing is to make sure that the people you come into the maze are already confused.
Interesting. Again, I've never thought of that. I know this seems, and again, I don't want to feel like I'm judging you, when I asked.
Oh, non avete la tomate.
Yeah, he says, no problem. I've taken harsher criticism many times.
Okay. How much schooling does one need to be successful in Ecuador?
But kuna mä no, jime bishotubo kojimete.
2 years.
Asked and answered. If you have allergies, how can you shape the bushes safely?
Oh yeah, but yeah. I was sure. Go say, go to me. Go away. Je ne sais que je dois ajouter bedin. Go to
It all depends on what we're making and how far we get from the plant, how close we get to the plant. And in fact, there is a very delicate balance between that and the type of plant you have and the amount of wind in the air. And that's all of those take into effect in terms of how we determine the safest way to do a topiary without really succumbing to the effects of that pollen. And yeah, and the third thing is you probably should stuff cotton up your nose.
Give it.
Yeah.
Cotton up the nose. I never think about that when I'm cutting. So I need to ask this as well. Can I cut the shrubbery like a basic Pokemon and then have it grow to its evolution?
Well, je ne me dis Pokémon, je vais la comme c'était toujours pour les petits cours. Tu comme
if you start with the smallest bush and the smallest Pokemon figure, it can certainly grow in and develop into the master Pokemon that you want it to be.
Right. Okay, awesome. I do have plans for my Bulbasaur to grow into an Ivysaur, so that'll be great.
Oh, give an Ivysaur! Oh, give me that all!
His favorite plant. He loves the Ivysaur.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I was a little worried plant type as a plant might feel a little redundant, so I'm glad I have okay from a master.
No. You can never have too much ivy.
Okay, fair enough. I do. We only have a time for a couple more questions, so I do want.
Okay, Giamato.
You got a few minutes. We can go.
Okay, is it hard to be married and with a family as a topiary artist?
Bonjour, quelqu'un battait, il y a pas d'autre c'est vegeton peut-être non. Oh no.
Absolutely. This is the hardest thing you can do with being married and having a family, and especially when you're being asked to come to dinner and you're being beckoned to dinner, but you're in the middle of a topiary design. It is just very difficult to make it work. Oh yeah, just cannot make that. It's just very difficult.
I understand. And thank you so much for being here. I guess we do have time for one final question. If there was anything that you would like to leave this audience with as it relates to your life or topiary in general, what would that be?
Bolete macho, donjedo. Oh, imomo jimatemato. Me la ula masada. No me la lo show. Olava.
You must have unrestrained passion, literally unrestrained passion for what you're doing. And that's really it. Oh,
Otto.
Yeah. And very sharp scissors. Yeah.
Well, again, thank you so much. Everyone give a round of applause to our expert. Thank you.
Boje.
And that is our game.
can't wait to see that Bulbasaur topiary grow into an Ivysaur and then eventually a Venusaur.
Yes.
I just like anything with a sore on it.
Well,
Wow.
that's
That's not what I meant to
That didn't
say.
sound
Can we
good.
rewind the tape? Can we back that up? I didn't mean
Yeah,
to.
No,
that
it's
out.
permanently on the internet now. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Yeah, you
Our
own that.
next game is a
Oh,
game
boy.
that akin to our favorite game show Jeopardy, in which I will be hosting a little game show we sometimes refer to as Question This. Our players here are going to be performing in a Jeopardy type game show setting where they will be pulling categories from an imaginary board in our minds. And then I will assign to them some kind of subject that fits within that category they mentioned. And then it's their job to be able to respond in a way, in a question form that takes that word, that subject, and can find some kind of spin on it. Sometimes a play on words, sometimes it's a pun. Either way, whatever it will be very aggravating to me. So that's why it's so much fun for everyone but me to play this. And I look forward to what we're playing. And all we're going to use right now for as far as our audience help is we'd like some suggestions of character names. Any kind of name that you can think of just make-believe, names. We're not looking for existing characters really, but something for our performers, our contestants, as a kind of a springboard for who they will be playing the game, because they're not playing as themselves. You are going to help them create a brand new, unusual, most likely character to compete in this game show.
We're not playing because we need plausible deniability.
That's right. That's right. The names have been changed to
is there unplausible
protect the guilty. Oh, we've got some names rolling in here. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, good. Okay. They're coming in here. So we're going to assign each of you a character name. Do with it what you will. These are just to springboard you, help in your imagination journey. So I'm going to say Eric.
Yes.
Eric, your character name is Amy Chobata.
Amy Chobata. Okay.
Amy Chobata. That's your character's name. All right. And then for Doug, your character's name is Tommy McFadden.
Tommy McFadden.
Tommy McFadden. Mm-hmm. And then for Joe, your character's name is Aquanetta.
Aquanetta?
Aquanetta. Mm-hmm.
As in 2 words, Aquanetta, or just
it's
one
written
word?
here as 1 word.
Aquanetta. That's a big distinction, 1 word versus 2. That's a competence factor there.
Like star of the Farewell Aquafina, this is Aquanetta.
Aquanetta. Okay.
And then Dwayne, you'll be playing Old Man Pat.
Old
All
Man
right.
Pat.
Thank you,
We've
Mike.
got our characters here. Let's get the game show on the road here. Welcome so much to Question This, the show where you've got the questions, I've got the answers, but we'll do them in the opposite order of that. Let's first get to know our contestants here. Starting with contestant number 1. Tell me your name and a little bit about yourself.
Oh, hi there. The name is Amy Chobata. I'm a housewife and a mortgage broker, both at the same time. I have 4 kids, Braden, Cody, Tucker, and well, I don't really want to bring up the dark side, but her, it's also Raquel.
Well, that's wonderful, Amy. Thank you so much for joining us here for the game. I hope you have a good time playing. Contestant number 2, tell me your name and just a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name's Tommy McFadden.
Hi.
I am an explosives man.
Oh.
I repaired explosives. I don't blow them up. I just repair them. I'm from the bunker on 84th and Q.
He's really loud.
7
wasn't aware
feet
there was a
below.
bunker there. Yes.
I just don't know if I've got good Wi-Fi in the bunker.
Oh, you're coming in clear. You're coming in great.
Okay. Do you need me to talk lower?
Lower in depth or in volume?
Both.
No. Contestant number 3, tell me your name and a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Aquanetta. I'm a water healer. Not many people know what that is. I use water to heal people's souls.
Well, that sounds like that'll become very valuable for our group here tonight. Thank you for joining us, Aquanetta. And last but not least, contestant number 4, tell me about yourself.
I'm a little sore. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, you're contestant number 4.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I retired down in Fort Lauderdale, and I sold hats for 4 decades. You want to buy a hat? I can still sell you a hat.
Oh, we'll talk after the show. You know, I'm always in the market for a hat.
Okay. Okay.
Well, thank you, Joe, so much for being here with us, Pat, I should say. Well, you in fact won the coin toss at the start of the night, old man Pat. So let me go ahead. You've got control of the board. Pick a category.
I think hand tools for 100.
Hand tools for 100. All right. And the answer is screwdriver. Oh, I think I see a buzzing in there from Amy. Amy, what do you got?
What I drink on Sundays when all the mimosas are dry.
Screwdriver. Mm-hmm. Oh, and Tommy?
Yeah. Usually I use a screwdriver to take off the red wire.
Oh, great. Well, I actually think I think Amy had it there with the drink, but good to know. Everyone maybe want to write that down. It's the red wire.
Start with the red.
Good to know. All right, Amy, you've got the board. Pick a category.
Oh boy. Let's go with recipes for 62.
Recipes for 62. And the answer is apple cobbler. Oh, yes, Aquanetta.
Yes. What is the gentleman who came and fixed my computer?
That's right. Yes, you called the apple cobbler. Very good. Yeah. I think they call them geniuses now, but at one time, I believe they're apple cobblers. Yes.
When they first started.
Absolutely.
It's a derogatory nickname I give them when I walk in the store.
Hello
there, apple cobbler.
Oh, well, Aquanetta, you've got control. Pick a category.
Well, I saw this on the board earlier. Ocean creatures for 300.
Ocean creatures for 300. And we've got giant squid. Oh, that's a tiebreaker buzzer there, but go Tommy. What have you got?
It's usually what I use to muffle the sound of the ones that get away from me. Giant squid.
Giant squid.
The tentacles just seem to kind of shoot out left and right. It's great, but it muffles the sound so nobody can hear a thing.
Literally, you use a giant squid. Oh,
yes.
I don't know whether that's ingenious or worrying. Amy, what have you got?
It's the nickname I give to the money of a giant in England. It's a giant squid.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Yes, we are. giant
multicultural.
Squid. Oh, Aquafina's buzzing in. What have you got?
Yes.
Oh,
What is when one drives a boat up onto the land and it goes so fast it leaves a long mark for about 80 yards?
More of a giant skid.
Yes, in fact, it is. And that means you maintain control of the board there, Aquanetta. Why don't you pick a category?
Oh, I saw this one and I loved it. Colors of sweaters.
Colors of sweaters.
400, please.
400 colors of sweaters. All right. Your color is chartreuse. Tommy.
Yeah, what are the color of the jeans I'm currently wearing?
Chartreuse jeans. Amy?
What happens when you have two neighboring Charses that stop fighting?
They have a truce.
They have a
The chartreuse. Okay. And Aquanetta?
What is when your lover barbecues the truce too much?
They char it.
They charred the truce.
I
Yeah.
think Old Man Pat drifted off the stage.
I think maybe his AOL disk he was using to log on as
That just means I won't finish last.
he ran out of his free 30
I
minutes.
think old man Pat was tired.
If he comes back, I'll let him in.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
And for that, Amy, you've won this round, but pick a category, won't you?
Awesome. I'm gonna go with foreign capitals for 49.
Foreign capitals for 49. All right, and your foreign capital is London. Amy.
It's where I found a giant squid.
That's of course. Oh, that's an anecdote worth remembering.
I always do. I tell it to Tucker all the time.
Aquanetta's dinging in there. Yes.
Who's that hot guy that was in? Who's the hot guy from Little House on the Prairie?
I'm letting Old Man Pat back in.
That's Michael London.
Michael London. Michael London.
Yes, him. Ooh, I love
welcome
him.
back, Pat. Thank you.
Did I win?
In fact, we are coming up on our lightning round. This is the time where you can pull the whole game out from under us. So
Pat, are you okay? Are you all right?
This technology is just I don't get this technology.
Okay, I want to make sure you're okay. I have some
all right.
water for you.
Thanks, Aqua.
That's very kind. I love to see this kind of camaraderie even amongst competitors.
Shoot to kill, Pat. I'm taking you down.
Well, just since you're joining us here from a little hiccup you've had there, Pat, we'll give you the board here. Why don't you pick a category?
Oh, okay. Types of pasta for 116.
Types of pasta for 116. All right. We've got elbow macaroni. Amy.
What I tell Tucker to do to get better in line when he's fighting the two linguini kids. You elbow macaroni. Shoot to kill.
Always coming in there with the great anecdotes, Amy. You should write a book. You should put them in a book.
I've tried. I can't sell it on eBay.
Well, hey, maybe you'll get the Jeopardy bump here.
It's Amy Ciabatta, a crust for all tales.
I don't know why that wouldn't sell.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Amy, you've got control of the board. Go ahead and pick a category.
I really wanted it to make dough, and it didn't. Let's go ahead and go with landmarks for 22. Oh, it's the lightning round. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. Well, landmarks. Yes. In the lightning round, that means the first person to get 2 correct answers in a row wins. And the category is landmarks. The word is the Eiffel Tower.
Ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
yes. Aquanetta.
What is the ugliest structure in the world?
Wow. It's
Just Eiffel.
It's a truly Eiffel Tower.
I can understand that.
It's a Eiffel sot.
yeah, you get a real eyeful of that and you don't ever want to see it again. That's right, Aquanetta. You've got it there.
I won with that question.
You've won with that. That's congratulations.
Wow.
You are our winner here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us all. Remember, you're getting each a copy of the home game. Because where else would you play it?
Thank you.
And that's our game. That's Question This, aka Jeopardy.
You always know when Tracie wants to punt because she's like, "Nope, we're done. I don't care.
Shutting it down.
I don't need your rule."
Pulling the ripcord
You
on
can
this.
win, you can not win, you can do whatever you want.
You could say that Tracie had to escargot.
Oh boy.
Never escaping me, Mauk.
Logging off here.
All right. So the next game we're going to play is called Entrances and Exits. So I need people to send in right now regular household words, nouns, if you will. Because what we're going to do is we're going to have each one of our other players do a scene. And if their word comes up in the scene, they have to enter and exit the scene when they hear their word. But we also need a place probably where 4 people could be having an activity. I can take the activity, I can take the venue, I can take whatever you want, but we really need some words and some activities, things of that nature. I see people on the screen laughing, but not laughing. So I don't really know what's going on.
They're horrible people.
And then what we'll do as the scene goes, when they hear their word, they will leave the scene. And when they hear the word, they'll come into the scene and then go back and forth. And chaos and frivolity ensues. So
we're starting to get a couple of suggestions, but keep them coming.
All right, we're going to watch for a little bit of that stuff here. And I'm going to see if I can figure out what those might be.
We're each going to be getting a word, so we'll need a bunch of words, but also don't forget about an event or a place where people can meet.
Eric, do you have anything you could shoot me, or should I? I'm trying to find something on my thing here, and I'm not seeing anything. So
I can pretty much, what I'll do is copy and paste the chat straight through because I don't want to feel like I'm picking favorites.
Perfect.
So we're gonna let a couple more come by, and then I'll show you the first set of groups here.
Okay. Sounds good. And you guys are all playing on this one, Tracie, Dwayne, Doug, and Eric. Hopefully everyone's having a good time.
I am.
I know I've not had this much fun in my basement in at least 7 days. So it's been very good.
A year for me.
Ben, you are absolutely correct.
All right. So I think I got some things here. Oh, yeah. I got all kinds of things. Oh, my gosh. Now what do? I don't know. There's so many. All right. So we're going to go.
The panic.
Yep. We're going to go with some words here. All right. So Tracie.
Yes.
Your word that you're going to hear and you're going to exit and enter is toaster.
Toaster.
You're going to use the word toaster. Dwayne.
Don't waffle on it, Tracie.
Doug is so funny.
Just let go.
Oh my God. I think there's a bad connection. Dwayne, you're going to go with, your word is going to be the word with, Dwayne. WITH, with.
Got it.
That is the word.
Yep. I'm with you.
Douglas,
yes.
You're going to have the word, let's see. You're going to have the word water.
Water.
So far we've got
kind of a
toaster, with, and tonight. Water. And then Eric, you're going to have the word what. WHAT, what.
What?
So let's get everybody's go around the thing, and once we do around the words around the world and get our word here, then we'll figure out where you're doing. So Tracie, what's your word again?
Toaster.
Jane, your word is
with.
Douglas,
water.
And Eric,
what?
Eric, your word is
what?
Eric, joking.
What's your word?
Oh, that's funny. All right, so here's what's going to happen.
Public service announcement. You should never have a toaster with water. That's just a bad combination.
Get it out now, guys. Get it out. All right, so
you'll be saying,
here's where you all are hanging out. You are all hanging out at a used bookstore.
Ah, excellent.
Okay. So you will do you'll click on and off as the used bookstore, as you do, go in and out. And then I'll cut you off when you're getting to the point of no return.
I love places like this, don't you? Just the smells of everything.
Books, old book smell is you can't get that from a Nook.
No, not at all. And like, why would anyone want to buy a new book when you just have all the smells of everyone who's ever owned this, ever touched the pages, and it's like it has a whole life to it.
Yep, whatever house it's been in, you get to smell whatever they cooked over the years.
Yeah. And this place is just, it's really booming today, isn't it? It's just everyone's got that need to read.
Yeah, you know what? I was really happy. Oh, hey, Tim.
Hey, do you guys need water?
Oh, I'll get it. I'll get it for you. Hold on.
He's such a good helper. What? Is it something I said? What happened?
I'm so sorry. I had to follow that guy out. I don't know why. He just gives me a creepy feeling. He smells, like toast or
Like what?
I gotta go follow him. I'll be right back.
Okay. Boy, there's so many choices, and there's so many things I want to read, and I should get a drink too. I wonder what I should drink my book with.
Hey guys, we're fancy seeing you here. Yeah, I didn't know you guys would be here today.
Used book day, right?
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
You here for some used books?
You're here for some used books, aren't you?
I am here for some used books. I'm hoping for some
used books.
aviaries.
Oh, you should have been here last week. They had that topiary guy.
Yeah.
You know the important part was watering.
Hey guys, I brought in all the books that I want to sell back so I can get more books. It's gonna be great. Because if I can get more books, I can buy a toaster. It's gonna be great. I just haven't had toast.
I'm gonna go see if I can sell some too.
I just haven't had toast in so long that I just peanut butter and jelly on a toast with a toaster. There's just nothing better than that.
With toast.
With toast.
I can't part with any. I just
avocado
can't do it.
toast.
What?
I can't. I looked over my books and I can't part with any of these.
What?
I couldn't sell a single one.
What?
Are you not hearing me very well? It's because it's so loud in this very popular used bookstore.
With all the noise.
It is very noisy. Yeah, it's very noisy.
I thought so too.
It's hard to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to get stuff here and
with what?
Well, with that waterfall.
I gotta go.
That's a good place to stop. Since everybody has left and Tracie's still back at the bookstore. Wow. Doug, that was good. You got with what in the same sentence?
I did. I think I shocked both of them.
With what water toast should I go to the party? That was very good.
All right. So we're going to move on to emotional replay.
Oh, it's emotional replay. Excellent. This is a game for Tracie and Eric. And what's going to happen is that they're going to play a game called emotional replay. Now, what we need is, and there it is popping up on our screen, a suggestion of a bunch of emotions that you can do. And then also a non-emergency emergency that you could have in your life. You know, if there is such a thing, a non-emergency emergency in your life that you could possibly had. Plus, as many words as emotion, or as many emotions as you can come up with. We'll take as many as we can get. Thousands, hundreds, possibly. Eric, right?
I'm assuming the comment Gollum, Tracie, is about my behavior in the last scene, or Gollum is an emotion.
Yeah,
both. We definitely, if you can't think of an emotion right now, that's okay, because we are by the sense and feeling of how this game works. We will do one scene, we promise, without emotion.
Without emotion, yeah. The first scene's going to be no emotion.
That's happening. You can throw in as many emotions as you want, because we're going to be doing this scene a couple of times.
So give us quite a few so I can load them up with questions or with emotions. And just I see a non-emergency emergency that I'm really liking already, that we're going to select from. So why don't we go ahead, while you guys are putting in more and more and more words, emotions into the chat, why don't we go with the non-emergency emergency of a flat tire? Flat tire. You two will do a scene about a flat tire, and I will jump in when the scene is over, and then we'll change the emotions. So play it safe right now. Here we go. Emotional replay.
I mean, we're running late already.
This is the very last thing I wanted to have happen.
Okay, I have a real big confession to make.
Please.
I have no idea how to fix this. Like, my dad never taught me how to fix a flat tire at all. So,
well, you're lucky that I've been hounding my father, regardless of whether he wants me around or not, and I happen to pick up a few things, including, you know, some rudimentary auto maintenance skills.
Okay, by the way, is everything okay with you and your dad? Because this is the third time you've mentioned it on this car ride. So
I hadn't noticed. I'm sorry. It was just, you know, he's hard to reach. He's a hard man to reach, and I'm trying to do so. And it's just difficult to connect with someone with so much of a burden, being the mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers.
I mean, I just want to, okay. I know you feel like you need Gritty's love, but I'm going to let you know Gritty is not your dad. Your dad's inside the Gritty suit.
It's impossible to separate the two.
Okay. You know, this is not the right time to do this. I really think you should move in with me.
You think that's going to help me get over my fuzzy orange dad?
No, but I think it might be good to spend time away from him. And maybe he'll think that you're okay. I can pass off as a comforting and nurturing person. I just think that's a thing we need to do. I didn't think I was going to have to wait this long to do this, but I guess you got me over a barrel here. Move in with me, please.
And scene. We'll stop it right there. I like it. We don't know where it's going to go and how it's going to happen, but here we go. How about we're going to do that same exact scene, and now I get to pick from all of these lovely emotions. How about Eric?
Life.
What's that?
Nothing. Keep
going.
Okay.
Eric, how about fear?
Okay.
Fear. And Tracie, how about exuberance? Fear and exuberance. It sounds like a morning show. So here we go. An emotion in emotional replay. Same scene. Go.
Look, we're already running late. Okay.
I know it's the last thing I wanted.
Okay, and I know this is. I don't really want to bring this up, but I kind of have to.
Yeah, proceed.
I don't know how to fix this. My dad never showed me how.
It's okay, because guess what? I have been following my dad around, and I have been learning a few things, like general car maintenance.
Why do you keep bringing up your dad? I mean, you've been saying it like for.
You know, I have to follow him around. He's such a hard man to get to know. He's so busy being the mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers.
You have to know that Gritty is not your dad. I mean, your dad is like the guy inside of the suit.
Who could separate the two?
I think you need to move in with me.
Really? You think that'll help me get over my orange fuzzy dad?
I don't know, it might, but I just think you move in with me. I mean, I can't believe I have to say it that way, but please just move in with me.
And scene. We'll stop it right there. Wow, this is getting gritty. All right, we're going to change up the emotions one more time. How about for Eric, let's do greedy. Eric, greedy. And for Tracie, cantankerous. Greedy and cantankerous. Sounds like my morning. So anyway, here we go. Greedy and cantankerous emotional replay, and go.
We're already running late. You can eat that?
That's exactly what I need right now.
I don't want to be the one that has to say this, but I don't know how to fix this. Okay?
Really? Oh, that's just perfect. Well,
I mean, my one dad never taught me how to do this.
Well, your one dad. Well, guess what? I just happen to have been following my dad around. I picked up a few things. I'm just, whatever you can, just watching him loaf about. And I just got some just general, I guess, car maintenance tips.
How many things? Huh? How many things have you picked up? Can I have one? Can I have one of the things?
It's not a physical thing I have. It's just knowledge.
You know what? You've been talking about your dad 4 times in this car ride, okay? And we're not talking about my dad enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess your emotionally available dad should be a better topic than, I don't know, like my dad, who's so busy, so hard to reach because he's the mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Could you get some tickets for me?
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
I would like that. Look, I just want to tell you, okay? Your dad is not Gritty, okay? Your dad is the guy in the costume, so you kind of have like 2 dads. I want one of your dads. Let me see one of your dads.
2 dads? It's hardly even a dad in itself.
It's a dad and a half, and you know it.
Dad.
Look, okay,
big, googly eyes.
You know what? I want you to pack up all of your stuff. And I want you to come to my house and give me some of your stuff. We'll move in together. That's what we'll do.
I don't want to move my stuff. It's going to take forever.
You know what? You can get a couple of guys. They can get in there. You can grab all of your stuff. I can come over. I can pick up everything you need, and I'll take it, and I'll put it in my own place. It'll be cool.
And how much is that going to cost me?
How much you got?
I know better than to tell you what's in my wallet, okay?
It's all right. I already know how much is in your wallet. It's over here.
Go down, dirty so-and-so.
And scene. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. I can hear it. I can feel it from home. Everybody is applauding and screaming.
Can we just give a shout out to the people that know that the Philadelphia Flyers mascot is actually named Gritty?
No.
I mean, we're in Omaha, Nebraska. That's impressive. I'm just going to say.
I refuse.
It's the only sport thing I know.
I was impressed. I am impressed.
And oh, by the way, favorite line of the night. I want one of your dads. Just so people are aware.
Well, and I'm proud. You know, the only reason Tracie really knows about Gritty is because he's a Muppet. You know, he looks like one of the
Yeah,
he looks like Animal, doesn't he? Looks like Animal.
Animal
Yeah,
and Gritty
he does.
look.
All right, did you guys see my note about cutting to the chase?
I do.
Okay.
Yes. So
Tracy is okay with that.
To the chase.
But before we do that,
yes.
Tracie, would you like to talk about an upcoming awesome event for another team that you are a part of?
I would love to talk about an upcoming awesome event for another team I'm a part of. I'm part of another big canvas team that performs regularly here in the internet world of Zoom and YouTube. We are called Roll the Dice. We do a twice monthly show where our lineup of games is completely unknown to us. It's all decided by the roll of a die, of a 20-sided dice, to determine which game we'll be playing. And we just happen to have, in addition to our regular monthly shows on the 2nd and 4th Fridays of every month, right here in the information superhighway, we've also entered into the InterCity Improv Festival, which is coming up this coming Thursday, which is the day
I believe the 25th.
The 25th of March. You will find us streaming from InterCity Improv, and they'll be doing it via Facebook Live. So right from their Facebook page, you can find them at InterCity Improv, or you can go to their website, intercityimprov.com, and it has it all, the Facebook feed right there on the website as well. And there's a lot of other great performers in the lineup. It is a whole online festival of performers from all around the country, hence the name InterCity, and be a lot of fun. There's also some workshops available. Unsure of what's still open if you're interested in taking an improv workshop, but check it out. Look up on the Facebook and see what they've got going on. It's gonna be a good time, good guests, good fun, and we'll be performing in the 10 p.m. Central slot on that Thursday night.
Yes. And then are you performing again this next Friday?
And then we're
also?
performing the very next night on Friday, the 26th of March, right here at 8 p.m. in our usual Big Canvas YouTube slot.
Excellent.
Wow. Improv overload.
Indeed.
Exactly.
And
beautiful. Very few teams actually got into this particular festival. So that is definitely an awesome accomplishment.
Excellent. So we're going to end with a game called 185. 185 blanks walk into the bar. The bartender says, I'm sorry, we don't serve blanks. You give us the blanks. We'll give you the punchlines. But again, I'm going to say this, as I say this always, don't expect much. These are very, there's a bar right there that Joe is showing you.
Just got a bar.
Set it low, set your expectations below your feet, because we will still find a way to fall over those and trip over those. These are puns. These are innuendos. These are all just different kinds of things. And I'm going to start with 185 snow leopards. Snow leopards walk into a bar. So 185 snow leopards.
Fine. 185 snow leopards walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve snow leopards anymore." And the snow leopards say, "Why?" And the bartender said, "'Cause last time you were all in here, I had to spot you."
I'm not going to abandon the only pun word we're all going to think of. 185 snow leopards walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey, what do you have?" The snow leopard stops right in its tracks and goes, "Oh, I've been spotted."
185 snow leopards walk into the bar, and the bartender, who is Sean Penn, turns to Walter Mitty and says, "I'm just going to take this in for a minute."
185 snow leopards walk into a bar, and one walks up to the bartender and says, "Hello, I would like to have a very large drink with a little bit of vodka and milk." And the bartender goes, "Huh, White Russian. And the leopard went, how do you know?
185 snow leopards walk into the bar. Bartender says, what do you have? One of the snow leopards says, I'll have a beer. He says, also, could you bring me some deer nuts?
Okay, on deer nuts, we're going to go to penguins. 185 penguins walk into a bar.
Do the new ones.
185 penguins walk into a bar. Bartender says, what do you have to drink? And they say, we'll have 185 beers. Make it quick, though. We got 185 flyers right behind us.
And one gritty.
185 penguins walked into a bar. Bartender is asking them what they'd all like to drink. They've been ordering throughout the night. And then finally, towards the end of the night, Penguin waddles up to the bar and asks the bartender if he can have another bottle of his favorite drink. And the bartender says to him, I'm sorry, we're all sold out for the night. And the Penguin goes, wah!
I'm not going to be able to do this, but 185 penguins walk into the bar and the bartender says, what do you have? And before the penguin can answer, a voice comes on and says, the penguins marched 250 miles to their home.
That's as good as your Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, thanks. I think they're the same character.
Okay, we'll move on from penguins because there are so easy ones that we just decide not to do them. How about I don't know, 185 kumquats, because that sounds funny to me. 185 kumquats walk into a bar.
Wow.
185 kumquats walk into a bar and 115 schoolboys giggle. 185
I don't know why I continue to giggle at that one.
Jeez. 185 kumquats walk into a bar and then 185 quats leave.
Okay, we'll move on from kumquats. How about 100? I love this one. I'm going to try it. 185 heist planners. 185 heist planners.
185 heist planners walk into a bar. And then the bartender has to take 4 hours cleaning up all the schematics from the floor.
185 heist planners they don't walk into the bar, they blow it up from below and scurry in from the floor line.
Nice.
Good. 185 heist planners walk into the bar. The bartender says, what do you have to drink? And they say, just give us 185 shots. We got a lot of plans.
185 heist planners walk into the bar and the bartender says, well, how many you'll have? And first one says 11. The other one says 12. No, the other one says 13. No, wait, 8. It's an ocean joke. Never mind.
185 heist planners walk into a bar and all of them want Asti Spumante. The bartender goes, oh, it's an Italian job, is it?
Oh, hey, the bar just got lowered.
How about 185 librarians? 185 librarians.
185 librarians walk into a bar and the bartender says, we don't serve librarians here. And the librarians go, why? I go, because y'all want to check out.
Oh.
185 librarians walk into the bar and the bartender says, what do you have? And they say,
185 librarians walk into the bar and the bartender says, no, we are not serving you. Last time you all sat in that nook and you tried to start a Kindle of fire.
185 librarians try to get into the bar, but the bouncer out front says, hey, I need to card catalog you.
184 librarians walk into the bar, and one of them is carrying their child. And the bartender goes, "Oh, whoa, 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 hey, what's with the kid?" "Oh, his name's Dewey. He's 0.5 of me."
Lower even still.
185 librarians walk into a bar, and they go up to the bar to order, and bartender stops them right there. He's like, no, you're not getting anything new until you pay off your tab. Your tab is overdue.
How about 180? Oh, Eric. Oh, okay.
No, it's
185 radio announcers. 185 radio announcers.
185 radio announcers walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "What do you have?" And they all get up and go to the bathroom. They go, "We'll be back right after we go to the bathroom."
185 radio announcers walk into a bar, and "Oh, I'm sorry, we're looking for the 186th radio announcer to win today's big prize."
Yes.
Good one.
185 bartenders walk in. 185 radio announcers. You know what? They're part-timers. 185 announcers walk into the bar, and the bartender asks them, "What'll I have?" And they say, "We want a two for shot, double five on the hers."
Excellent. How about 185 bankers?
185 bankers walk into the bar. The bartender says, "What do you have?" And one of the bankers looks around and says, "God, man, I hardly recognize this place. Has it changed?"
185 bankers walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "What do you have?" He goes, "Well, man, I've been itching for a beer all day because I'm really going into withdrawals."
185 bankers walk into a bar and walk up to the bartender and ask for a beer and a beer and a beer and a beer and a beer. They've taken a lot of drafts.
185 bankers walk into the bar, and they ask the bartender for a shot of whiskey and a shot of, make sure it's Jack Daniels. And the bartender says, "Hold on, let me check."
185 bankers walk into a bar, they order their drinks, enjoy a nice evening, and then when it comes to the end of the night to settle up their tab, they go up to the bar and ask, "Yes, do you accept money orders?"
185 bartenders walk into a bar and they have fun all night, but then the bartender says, "I need you all to get out real quick." "Why?" "Because you're going to make a heck of a deposit."
Oh. How about, come on, camera. How about we end the night with squirrels? 185 squirrels. Let's see what we can do with that.
185 squirrels walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, did you bring food from the outside?" And the squirrels go,
I think we'll end on that image right there.
Yeah, that's a good thing to go to sleep with right there.
Yes.
Not that I'm going to bed at 9:12 or whatever it is.
Look, we're all confused. It's daylight savings week. Who knows?
Who knows? That's fun.
That's it. That's it, everybody. We want to thank you all for joining and giving us suggestions and being a part of our life for another hour or so, making us wish we were standing inside a theater on a stage.
Yes.
Doug, we're this group of people, there's something going on every Friday with this big canvas, but kind of this group and maybe one or two others is going to do this again in another month. But there are people on every Friday night doing this at around 8 o'clock. So if people want to check it out, I know I have some friends tonight that tuned in. I think Dwayne does too.
Just keep checking back on that bit.ly thing that Tracie wrote down.
Yes. Or you know what? While you're watching this video on the page that you're on, there is a delightful button that says subscribe and a lovely bell that's next to it. Why don't you go ahead and click on that and on that, and you will never miss a show that we post on this page.
I love that.
Good advice.
So Ed, that is your answer. When is the next time we are next? It will basically be, we have a show here every weekend. And we have a show here basically almost every Friday. It might not be this same group of people, but believe me, there is not a bad show. So if you ever show up on a Friday, you will be guaranteed to have some laughs. And that's all that's really important in times like this.
Exactly.
Amen.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And we are logging off of YouTube and Facebook. Good night.
Bye, everybody. And then maybe we'll talk to us each other here in a minute.
Like and subscribe.